So before we begin, please remember that this video is for educational purposes only and should not be considered as a substitute for professional help if you need it. If you're navigating complex emotions or experiences, reach out to a mental health professional who can offer guidance and support specific to your needs. So with that being said, what does it mean when we talk about structural dissociation? For those who've experienced trauma, structural dissociation refers to a separation between what's called the apparently normal part, or the part of you that handles everyday life, and the emotional parts, which hold memories and emotions tied to trauma. This can create a split where your day-to-day self feels distant from painful feelings or experiences. The challenge here is that while these parts feel separate, they still influence each other, sometimes in ways that can lead to feeling triggered or emotionally reactive without really understanding why. So you might be asking yourself, why is it important to work toward integration? When these parts of ourselves remain separated, it can create a sense of inner conflict. You might find that you're operating in two very different modes, one that handles the daily routines and responsibilities, and another that holds on to deep-seated emotions from the past. This disconnect can make it challenging to fully process trauma, move forward, and feel whole. Integration, or creating a bridge between these parts, allows us to heal by bringing awareness, compassion, and understanding to these experiences, which is where journaling comes in as a powerful tool. So how can journaling help bridge the gap between the apparently normal and emotional parts? Journaling is a way to give voice to each part, letting them express their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. For the apparently normal part, journaling might look like writing down your daily reflections, thoughts, and plans. For the emotional parts, it could mean allowing difficult emotions or memories to come out onto the page. By creating space for both, journaling allows these parts to see each other, building understanding and creating a safe space where both can be acknowledged and respected. So you might ask now, how do you get started with journaling specifically for structural dissociation? First, try creating two different sections in your journal. In one section, let the apparently normal part write freely. This might include your goals, observations, or reflections on your day. In the other section, invite the emotional parts to speak. This doesn't need to be neat or structured. In fact, it might look more like free writing or emotional venting. The important part is to let each section hold space for what the parts needs to say. This method lets each part express itself fully, helping to reduce conflict and build mutual understanding between them. What can you expect from long-term journaling as a way to support integration? Over time, you might notice that these parts begin to feel more connected. The apparently normal part becomes more understanding of the pain held by the emotional parts, while the emotional parts might feel safer and more accepted. Through journaling, you're not only expressing, but also witnessing yourself, creating an internal environment of acceptance. This practice can help foster a sense of wholeness and make it easier to respond calmly when faced with triggers, as you become more aware of the sources of your emotions and reactions. If you're finding value in this journaling practice, or if you have questions about getting started, I'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Connecting with others who are on a similar journey can be incredibly supportive. And remember, healing is a journey, so be patient with yourself as you take these steps toward integration.